Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Villa on Tour and welcome to December. 8 games for Villa in December. It's that typical Christmas period. We've got Premier League games, Champions League games away from home. There's a lot going on. And it starts today, early on a Sunday morning. It's not even light outside, with a trip to Stamford Bridge, a trip down to London. I've been there so many times. The last 2 times we've been to Stamford Bridge in the Premier League, 2 wins, mate. Both clean sheets as well. Happy days. What I would do to have that again today. It's going to be a seriously tough game though, Chelsea. They're not what they've been for the last couple of years. Maresca's doing a fantastic job over there. They are a serious threat for top 4. And obviously we haven't won for about a month and a half. So it's not going to be easy. It'd be nice to win today for once. Obviously we're coming off that Juventus game where I did think we were a little bit better. It was just a typical stodgy game against an Italian side and they came for the 0-0. Got what they came for. And do you know what? We actually looked quite resolute in the Champions League. 1 goal conceded, none in open play in 5 games. Yet in the Premier League, we are wide open, as we know. So we need to cut that out because Chelsea are a mobile side with a lot of good attacking talent. So we need to be careful, but I'm looking forward to another away day. Yeah, people, the Christmas tree is out, no doubt about it. It's acceptable now. Oh, what's that under the tree? Move that out the way quickly. Football Content Award. Hang on, what's that there? Oh, it's not 3 points today, is it? Guess in there. Merry Christmas. Anyway, currently waiting for an Uber to take us to Moor Street because there's no trains this early on a Sunday. Should be there in about 15 minutes or so. But before we get there, just want to say the support on the channel has been unbelievable the last few weeks. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do, because like I said a second ago, it's going to be a very, very busy December. You don't want to miss any of it, all covered on Villa on Tour. We are very close to 69,000 subscribers, so if you can get us over that mark, that'd be unbelievable. Thank you. And please do leave a like on this video if you do go on to enjoy it. Let's go big again. Let's try and hit 2,000 likes on this video if we can. Get involved in the comments as always. Let's get to Moor Street, up the Villa. I lied when I said 69,000 subscribers. I meant 68. So get us over that milestone. Nice one. Arrived at Moor Street then, and guess who's a little bit late? Simon Lyons. You know, we went to Poland a couple of weeks ago for that video where we tried to go for cheaper than an Aston Villa ticket. He was meant to pick us up at 3:15 in the morning. Didn't turn up. We had to drive 20 minutes to his house. I had to throw stones at his bedroom window like I was a teenager trying to get the attention of their crush. It was so annoying. That bloke loves being late. Anyway, platform 3. Let's get to London. If he turns up. Here we go then, made it to London. Welcome to Marylebone. Going to the pub in Marylebone and plastic cups, not ideal. Anyway, because it's Christmas, I've got Simon a present. So present 1, I saw it in Aldi, right, in the middle aisle. I was like, hell yeah, that's got you written all over it, right? But not just a boring fruit drink, right? What would be good to go with that? Tell me right now. You know, what would be... Come on, son.
Whoa.
Went to the Bossman shop.
And do you know what? I've got an empty cup now.
Oh, come on. Oh. Go on, get it in, come on. Oh, don't go over the top, don't go over the top. Strawberry juice drink.
Cheers. Up the Villa. 2-1 Villa.
Villa. Oh, we're taking the piss.
It tastes, do you know what? It tastes like a strawberry fruitella.
No way.
We give it a rating of them. It's a strong 9 out of 10.
Right, I'll do a sober test. It was weaker than I thought, you know. Highly recommend. Oh my God, look what the cat dragged in. It's Dan Bardell. Terrible choice of jumper, I've got to say. FA Cup final, Wembley 2000, when we lost to Chelsea. Who are we playing today? Chelsea. What was the thought process behind that?
Not very much thought had gone behind it at the early hour that I left this morning, but I don't think you'd have known that if I hadn't said anything.
I don't know.
I alerted you to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not great. I haven't seen that jumper with the actual like detailing on it from the FA Cup final. It is, but it's just got that detailing. Traumatising.
By the way, one of the worst games of football I've ever been to in my life.
What do you reckon today then? Are we gonna do better against Chelsea than we did in 2000?
I think there'll be goals in it.
They don't keep clean sheets, do they, at Stamford Bridge though?
That kind of thing still worries me when you hear stats like that. I don't think they've kept one all season at home.
Yeah, have you seen that stat where Cole Palmer hasn't scored or assisted against Villa? One of only 3 Premier League teams that he hasn't scored or assisted against. So bank on that today. Don't think we'll keep a clean sheet. Like we love it in the Champions League. There's just something about the Premier League where we just don't keep clean sheets. It's so frustrating.
I think Chelsea are good as well. I think they're a lot better than I thought they would be. I think you've got to give him Maresca credit. He's made that job look a lot easier than it should look. 7 games, I just never thought this would happen. But a score draw, I could say a high scoring draw today.
Do you reckon 2-2, 3-3?
We've had a 3-3 and a 4-4, haven't we, in the Premier League?
Yeah.
I'm going to go for a 3-3.
Welcome to Paddington then, son. We've got a tube in about 7 minutes to Chelsea. You're not confident, are you?
I'm not feeling it, you know. I'm not feeling it. Like, I've just seen the team and like Philogene coming for Bailey, and I don't really get it, to be honest. I think Bailey's actually been alright the last 2 games.
Probably needs a bit of a rest though, don't he? Philogene coming in, it's big. Well, he's played a lot of games.
I don't know, mate. They're professional footballers. I don't buy into this whole resting thing, but you know what? Sometimes though, but I don't feel very positive.
Yeah.
Sometimes we pull it out of the bag. So we could desperately do a result today, and like I'll take a point.
Would you? Because I think it's huge as as well. Kamara's starting, he was brilliant against Juventus. Obviously Cons is starting as well, which is huge. Defence is hopefully a little bit more settled than it has been because it seems to change every single week.
It's a pity Nana's not available because I think that double pivot is what will help us become a little bit more solid, along with Cons coming back into centre half, so that's good news. But I'll take a point, I would. If you asked me right now, if I would I take a 0-0, I'll take it all day long.
Don't think it'll be 0-0 today. Goals. Arrived in Fulham Broadway, quick walk to the stadium to get to Stamford Bridge. Absolute dungeon. Went to Steve in the concourse. Steve, what's the score going to be today, son?
2-1 to the Villa.
Confident today, mate?
Look at that.
Yeah, get the badge in, son. Team's interesting. Philogene starts, which is massive. Bailey on the bench. Cons are starting, which is huge. Such a tough game today. Chelsea good at Stamford Bridge. They're a lot better this season, as we know. Score draw for me today. Score draw. 1-1 or 2-2. Decent little ground this is, by the way. Stamford Bridge. I do like it. It's got a bit of character for a top 6 ground. Close to the pitch. Character. I like it. But just before we do get into kickoff at Stamford Bridge, this video is very kindly sponsored by the wonderful people over at Surfshark VPN. And amongst a whole host of amazing features, Surfshark VPN allows you to change the virtual location of your laptop, your phone, your smart TV, any device to anywhere across the world, which can open you up to so much new content. For example, some brand new libraries over on Netflix. And because it is the run up to Christmas, if you change the virtual location of your device in a matter of seconds to Italy, there's Elf available on Netflix. That's not normal in the UK, it's not possible. Or if you're a fan of Love Actually, which I'm not, you can change your device's location to Sweden and bang, it's there, easy. I can't even lie, before I had Surfshark, I didn't even know that was a thing, so pretty cool. You're missing out on a lot. And of course, with Surfshark being a virtual private network, it keeps you safe, secure, and private whilst you're on the internet. Whether that's keeping your data private whilst you're on public Wi-Fi, or whether it's stopping phishing attempts from nasty hackers, all the way to them really annoying popping ads, Surfshark has got you covered. None of that. So if any of that sounds good to you, I've got a great deal for you. Go to surfshark.com/Villa on Tour for 4 extra months of Surfshark at an unbeatable price. So if any of that sounds good to you, use my top link in the description down below. Go and get yourself a great deal over at Surfshark. Come on then, Kai, score prediction, son. What do you reckon today?
2-2.
Oh, fancy a draw? Yeah. Good lad. Give us a big on the Villa.
On the Villa.
Oh, it's so frustrating to watch sometimes, seriously. We're giving away a pass back. It's embarrassing, we ain't got a clue. We're so frantic and clueless. Giving away pass backs, are you joking? At this level, it's absolutely embarrassing. What a save! World's #1, what a save! He's bailed us out there, bailed us. I know I am, I'm sure I am, I'm Villa till I die! Villa till I die! Martinez passes it straight to Jackson, gets away with it. Oh mate, this is calamitous. This is a joke, mate. Goodness gracious me, it's probably been the worst half we've seen all season, and that's saying a lot because we haven't won in 6 or 7 games, and now we're seeing this and it's just poor from back to front. Chelsea haven't even been that good and they've absolutely torn us apart. 2 goals and we've just looked absolutely dire. We haven't got a clue. Nobody's taken the game by the scruff of the neck. Nobody's got an idea what to do. The game plan seems to be absolutely non-existent. Everybody's looking at each other. Everyone's so static. Philogene's come in for what reason? I've got absolutely no idea. It's terrible. It's been absolutely dire, and to top it off as well, it looks like Olsen's coming on at half time for Martinez. Absolute cherry on top of the cake, and it's a disgusting cake so far, mate.
I don't even know where to begin. I genuinely don't know where to begin. I mean, it's been an absolute disgusting performance so far. I mean, I don't even know what we're trying to do. What's the game plan? Genuinely, what is the game plan? Because we seem to be going long every time we were losing the ball. Then every time we're playing out short, it looks like we're going to give away a goal every time. Philogene on the right hand side. Can anybody explain the point of him to me? Because since he's come back from Hull, he's done absolutely nothing.
He's a passenger, and I know he hasn't had a lot of game time, but he's an absolute passenger.
Every pass we have seems to go out for a throw-in or whatever, go straight to them. I mean, we're lucky it's only 2-0. Let's be totally frank with it. And they've hardly got out of first gear, Chelsea.
I just don't know what changes, though. What changes? Because we haven't seen anybody adapting, or Emery stood there with his arms crossed, the same formations. Surely, you've got to... Everybody talks about his adaptability, and he can do all this, and he can do all that, but you've got to start asking questions, because it's gone on for far too long now. It has.
Just play this 4-4-2. We don't adapt, we don't change, and it just looks like we're going to give away more goals every time, and we don't look like we're going to even create a chance going forward. We've had Watkins is one, which the keeper easily saved. Apart from that, we've hardly strung 3 or 4 passes together. Let's be totally frank about it. We've hardly been able to string 3 or 4 passes together.
Oh my God, it's been booked for diving. Oh my God. Philogene booked for diving. Embarrassing.
Flag up.
Shock. Oh! So frustrating. Oh, he's slipping. Oh! And my head's going to explode, man, seriously.
Chelsea goal scorer, number 20, Palmer.
It's a joke of a finish, to be fair.
27, Malo Gusto.
Can't take it anymore. Couldn't stand another second of that, seriously. Terrible.
My legs.
Right, that's enough of London. Get me back to Birmingham. Back from London then. Long Sunday. Was it worth it? No, clearly not. One of the, I'd say it was the worst performance of the season. We've had a few stinkers recently, but you know what, after Juventus on Wednesday, I thought we were better, genuinely. I thought we were better. Like Palace last week was really, really poor at Villa Park, but I thought there were signs against Juventus, but just in the Champions League, we seem to be that little bit more resolute, and I don't get it. We just seem a little bit more tight. We've conceded, like I said in the intro, 1 in the whole of the Champions League. Yet in the Premier League, we just ship goals constantly, and really, really stupid goals as well. Like you can take a Cole Palmer wonder goal, like it happens, like the third one today, but just so stupid. Like we just look so clueless and pathetic at times. Like giving away the back pass that obviously Martinez makes an unbelievable save, but at times he's really comical at the back. It's embarrassing. So obviously we've had issues with defence, and it chops and changes all the time. Carlos drops out again. Maatson will have the odd game, but it's Luka Dean. Cash is in and out because of his injuries. Cons is in and out because of his injuries. It's just not settled. So that's obviously a major issue. But then just going forward, we've got so many players bang out of form, and when you've got so many players who are consistently performing at a 4 or 5 out of 10, it's never going to click, and you're just waiting for that one moment. Everybody's looking at each other and waiting for somebody else to bring that spark or that moment of something. It just doesn't come when you're all bang out of form. I thought the decision to start Philogene today was weird. I thought Bailey had his best game of the season on Wednesday against Juventus. That's not saying he was absolutely incredible, but obviously he's had a really disappointing start to the season. But I did think he was better against Juventus, and he created a couple of moments. That John McGinn one springs to mind. So to drop him for Philogene, who hasn't really shown anything this season. He played against Bayern, obviously, and did well, but that was more defensively rather than actually creating stuff going forward. I'm assuming that's a fitness thing. It has to be, because if it's not, and he just dropped Bailey for Philogene because of it, I think that's bizarre. I really do, because I think Philogene looked way out of his depth today, 100%. He had a disaster class, and then that dive just tipped it for me. Like, don't go throwing yourself around somewhere. There's a million cameras, there's VAR, and you're having a stinker already. Don't do that. But midfield's off it as well. Kamara was good today. I thought he was okay. Not the problem at all. Tielemans is way off it as well. Get ourselves in decent positions, and then we just pass out of play, or we pass it straight to Chelsea. It is infuriating to watch, genuinely. Obviously, Martinez goes off at half-time, which is just not ideal at at all. Also makes a decent save at the end, but again, it's just not what you want at all. Your best goalkeeper going off and Olsen coming on is not what you want. But we just look clueless, like we're chasing a game with 2-0 down on like 60, 70 minutes. The changes come a little bit too late for me, but we're just so slow and static and predictable. It's like, lads, we're chasing a game here. Are we going to change something? Emery, are we going to change something? Change your personnel, change your system? We're so regimented and predictable. I think you can question the manager without being so polar opposite one way by saying Emery out or anything like that. Obviously, that is such nonsense, obviously. But you can still ask questions, of course you can. Like, he's not an angel, he's not a god. Like, you can, of course, still ask questions. And I think it's just frustrating because we are so predictable at the moment, and we're so readable, and we're so regimented, and you just know exactly what you're going to get. Where's the fluidity going forward as well? Watkins has, in such a poor day for Villa, Watkins has 1 or 2 chances that are just p-rollers at the goalkeeper. You're having a bad day, you have to take your chances away at Chelsea, who are a great side, and 100% they'll be a top 4 threat this season. Fair play to them. But I don't think they had to get out of first gear. Genuinely, credit to them, they deserve the 3 points, obviously, but they didn't have to get out of first gear, which makes it all the more annoying. So yeah, I think we've got big issues, and I think there's cause for concern. We've got Brentford on Wednesday, we've got Southampton on Saturday. It has to be 6 points. You cannot afford to just mess about now. We're now 12th. The likes of Man United are above us. Brentford, who are playing on Wednesday, are above us comfortably. We can't afford to be messing around now. It has to be 6 points. Get involved in the comments. Let me know what you thought of that game today. For me, worst performance of the season. I think it was, hands down. Please do leave a like on the video if you have enjoyed it. Please do go and check out Surfshark. Top link in the description. I shall see you on Wednesday for a massive, massive game at Villa Park. See you then. Up the Villa.